Second down, here's Mostert again.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 49. And they will score a pick 6 for the Bears touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The return man, Wilson. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they've climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Second and 10. On play action, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw, it's Lance. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And got his man complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Here's Sermon. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Second down and goal. Lance. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Throwing now is Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. A shotgun snap, Fields. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown, Bears. Jimmy Graham, his Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Now it's Wilson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Off play action. Fields.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Nick Bosa had an outstanding freshman campaign in 2019 with a 9-sack season and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. Went down with a knee injury in Week 2 last year, and the Niners' fortunes seemed to sag right along with it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A Very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Devin Asiasi.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Santos with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Off of play action, here's Lance.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now Lance.
This is caught. It's Sanu.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
25.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Fields on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. But Charles, you talk about this offense, this Week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the 36, Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help him out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try to counter here. Cohen. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Fields now to throw.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. On play action, Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now Fields. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields.
It's complete. It's Miller. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He's airing it out for Sanu. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Fields. That's over the middle and caught by Arcega-Whiteside.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Back to throw. Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 20. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other, 2-hand. Oh, I get it, 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Lance now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
The throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
To throw is Fields.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Fields on 3rd down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Graham. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. go out and play and extend the lead, and that's what he did.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Pass complete, Samuel.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Second and 11 now. Lance going to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Fields. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Graham. Oh, a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that.
A gain of 6 there on first. From the 25 on second down.
Fields. That's going to be caught. Arthega right side.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position